Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, there's no doubt that the South African economy is facing the perfect storm right now. Not only have you got the rand starting to lose its value, in fact, I've been watching it over the last couple of days since I've been suggesting to people, hey, get your money into gold. Right now I'm watching the live price of the rand, and it's now up to over 14 rand 30 cents to a US dollar, when 2 days ago it was below 14 rand to a US dollar. So who knows where it's going to go next, but I don't think it's going to be going to a higher value. I think it's going to lose more and more value. And what's going to compound this is what's happening this weekend with the ANC's National Executive Committee meeting, because there is such a complete shambles going on there. You've got these two huge factions which are going to be at each other's throats. And it's going to be a very interesting weekend for people on the outside, but not so much fun for people like Cyril Ramaphosa. And just to confirm that fact, here comes a video where a political commentator talks about the trials and tribulations that face the ANC. And it's not a pretty picture. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for updates, and have a great evening. And I'll put a link down for those who are interested in the rand value. I'll put a link down below the video to a website where you can watch the rand value live against the US dollar.
Brand reputation management advisor Solly Moeng joins us now. We're asking this morning, what do these divisions do to the reputation of the governing ANC? Solly, good morning.
Good morning.
And I suppose, yes, it's all about brand and perception out there. What is it looking like at the moment as we sit here this morning for the ANC?
I think the ANC doesn't care anymore. We have to, first of all, ask which ANC are we talking about.
Okay, yeah.
You know, there's a version of the ANC that's trying to save the party and hopefully South Africa with. There's a version of the ANC that's too desperate to even think of reputation. It doesn't mean anything to them. It's about survival. It's about making sure they continue getting access to the money and that they never get to go to the courts.
So at the moment, when you say it doesn't seem like they care at the moment, would it be they're not particularly worried about what is going on between them? They're not worried about what South Africans actually think about them at the moment? Just for clarity's sake, what are we saying?
Well, there is a priority of needs. You know, I think that they're at the point where reputation, image, those things are no longer at the top of the pile. Now they're worried about what could possibly happen to them tomorrow. They're worried about the access they used to enjoy to the money, to the state-owned institutions, to controlling the levers of power. All of those things are being slowly taken away from them. But the thing is, of course, the image of the ANC has been damaged for the past 10 years in the eyes of many South Africans, in the eyes of the world, in the eyes of many fellow African brothers and sisters in the rest of the continent, and it's not getting better. So I'm not sure that they care whether people like them or they don't like them anymore.
It's a matter of survival.
It's a matter of survival.
Okay,
yeah.
So, I mean, often you would think that the reputation of the leader is how you see it first, and in that we're talking about the president at the moment and what's going on with him. Have we seen any reputational damage for Cyril Ramaphosa at this point? And he should care.
Yeah, we have. Look, all brands, including political party brands, they have to have a vision, they have to have a good, strong leader, they have to have a set of values, and those things have been mishmashed in the ANC. And the leader has to be very strong, the leader has to live the values, the leader has to be very clear about what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And the leader has to know how to make decisions that might not be popular in the party. He has to know how to put his foot down, and we haven't seen a lot of that in the ANC, in the ANC's President Ramaphosa, which is really unfortunate.
And he's facing, I mean, quite some serious battles at the moment as
exactly.
well. Yeah.
So he doesn't. He also has lost the moral high ground that he used to occupy, because some people in his own party are able to look at him and say, but wait a minute, you're not as clean or cleaner than we are. So he's not able to look down at them and say, wait a minute, this is unacceptable, you can't do this, because they have things also on him, apparently. And that is making it hard for him to be the leader that he must be.
So you have what's going on with the public protector and the president at the moment, what's going on with Pravin Gordhan and the public protector at the moment. Then we have the Derek Hanekom saga that's come up. And like the ANC says now, it may not only be him. So which What of that is hurting the party the most at the moment, would you say? Or is it everything?
Well, everything.
All of it together?
Look, ANC is no longer a party that's able to say anything in one voice. You know, that it's, they can't articulate political policy in one voice. They cannot articulate economic policy in one voice. And again, it's the matter of survival for the group that's, you know, that's losing its grip on power. They're now going after all these people who support Cyril Ramaphosa. They're weakening Cyril Ramaphosa. Basically, they're isolating him from the pack. It's like if you watch Net Geo and you watch those pack of lions going after the weakest of the animals. That's what they're doing to him. They're isolating the Gordons. They're isolating the honeycombs of this world so that he ends up standing on his own.
Can the ANC afford, though, not to care, like we say? I mean, we're already hearing about a downgrade related to decisions around Eskom and what's been happening there. Right. Can they afford, or do they need to wake up this morning and say, OK, let's try and fix this? And what would be the best way to fix this?
Well, they needed to wake up long ago. I mean, you know, when Zuma was messing up this country, when everybody else said, take this man out of that position, they defended him despite everything that was happening to the country. I don't know if they'll ever wake up. They do need to wake up. They do need to wake up for the sake of South Africa, because when the ANC catches a cold, we all, or coughs, we all catch a cold, you know. So they are the ruling party or the governing party of South Africa. They determine the perceptions about South Africa abroad, whether in the investor community, whether tourists, other people looking at South Africa, people who had hope that this country would be the democratic leader in Africa. They've lost that hope. And while the ANC is still in power, it's a pity. I have no idea how they won the elections, but they have won the elections. They are the guys who are in power for the next 5 years. We have no choice but to hope that they wake up and realize that their conduct is hurting this country.
And it's been a bit of an anticlimax since those elections, hasn't it?
Sorry?
It's been a bit of an anticlimax after those elections
in
terms
indeed.
of our expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much. Let's hope, with their big meeting this weekend, brainstorming how to fix that reputation and brand, Solly, might be somewhere on the agenda as well. Thank you very much.